it's just part of sort of how I've grown up from when I was a child to now. Everything I see that I don't understand, I need to figure out the workings of it, how it operates, and try and understand it to the point where I could recreate it or improve it in some way. I grew up close to Portsmouth. There's a lot of naval heritage and engineering in Portsmouth, specifically injection mould tooling, which is what we specialise in. I was excited to come to A2R. There was a very small team of 3 people. Our vision for the business was that we would set a new standard for injection mould tooling. To do that, we needed new equipment, new machinery, new techniques, new specialties, which came into play from our customer requirements. The thing that lacked was the proper procedures, the proper controls in place.
We'd delivered out some parts to a customer, and the spreadsheet was already in use when our warehouse person arranged for the delivery to go out. As a result, he wrote it on a piece of paper to update it at a later date.
The stock tracker was never updated. The stock tracker is purely just a spreadsheet, manual input of data. This led us to not have the parts. We had to expedite air freight, which isn't normally part of our business, to not stop the supply chain. So obviously internally this was a massive problem for us. I was doing the cavity half of an injection mould tool for one of our customers. I was listening to a podcast whilst machining, which was Titans of CNC. And all the problems that they were having is stuff that we were on a small scale already starting to have as a small 3-man team. They actually recommended, and they were talking about a software which I found out later on was an ECI software. When I started looking around for different ERP softwares, I looked at a lot of the businesses around us that do a similar thing. The reality is none of them fit the function of the business as much as Ridder did. We're going into the blueprinting process, and ECI are going to look into our procedures and how we operate. I see Ridder as a foundation, a building point for our business to grow on.
Ridder IQ is going to be the brain of bringing everything together into one view of A2R tooling.
Ridder IQ is going to add much more visibility into the production.
There is always a better path to follow, and there isn't really a point where I become satisfied. I will just keep pushing the business to where it can be.